I gave you my heart.
Well, first of all, it is hot as heck outside and I'm melting. Second of all, good afternoon, beautiful people. I hope you're all doing well. I just left CVS. I had to pick up my lovely birth control shot. I was so confused because I was pretty much told I just needed to schedule a nurse's visit and then I could go get my shot, right? And I'm like, okay. So yesterday I had an appointment at 11. I went to go get my shot and she was like, do you have your shot with you? And I'm like, what? She was like, yeah, you need to have your shot with you. And I was like, no, the first time I got my shot, I just came right in and you guys gave me the shot. She's like, well, going forward, it has to be sent over to your pharmacy and then you pick it up. I'm like, oh, well, nobody told me this. Cool. So I went to CVS. Of course, there was a huge freaking line today, and I had rescheduled for 11 o'clock today, and it was 10:40, and I was in this long line. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get my shot, get over to the office, and not be late. I'm like, they're going to make me reschedule. So I finally get up there and she goes, we don't have anything for you. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't have anything for me? So I go over to the drop-off counter instead of the pickup counter and she goes, oh, they had an issue with your insurance, but I went ahead and did an override, so it's ready. And I'm like, okay. So then I finally got it. I had to call the doctor's office and tell them that I couldn't come get my shot. So instead of rescheduling for another day, because I really just need to get this shot like sooner than later, I was like, do you have anything after 3 o'clock? She's like, yeah, I have a 4 o'clock. I was like, I will take it. So I'm gonna get my shot at 4 o'clock today, which works out really well because my husband gets off work at 3 and he's usually home by 3:30. So that just means as soon as he gets home, I can go straight over there and get my shot because now I actually have it and I don't have to deal with all this extra crap anymore today. But when she said that they were having issues with my insurance, I was like, And then I looked through my email. Sure enough, I had an email from them, like from the insurance place, saying that they need me to update my my work information and update my address, even though I already updated it when we moved into our house 2 years ago. So I'm like, okay, so I have to submit mail for that and I have to just do all this stuff. And we don't have a computer or a printer or a copier. That would help so much because I could just do all this stuff at home and then just get it sent out and be done. But I actually have to physically go to the library and do all of this. And libraries just opened up again. So I know a lot of people and like young kids that like to use the computers are gonna flock to the freaking computers, and that's what I need to look up the stuff to get it all together. Like I can't pull up my stubs any other way than on a computer, and then I have to print them out. So it just sounds like a lot, and it really is a lot. And I'm stressed today. The only good thing about today is that I was able to drink my coffee in peace before the kids woke up. I managed to get a whole cup of coffee in, my cup of sanity, as I call it, and I like my outfit today. I'll insert like a full body pic so you guys can see it. But my kimono is from Pink Blush Maternity. I've talked about it before. Earrings are from Kohl's. They're the Lauren Conrad collection. Ripped jeans are from Target, and then this top is also from Target. And I know you guys can't see my purse, but I have a purse that my mother-in-law got me for Mother's Day. That is Universal Threads, which is also from Target. And the picture that I'll insert will have my whole outfit plus the purse in it. I'll try to link some of it down below if you guys want to purchase it, or you can just go to Target. Most of what I'm wearing is fairly new, so I'm sure you guys could find it. And it's all summer stuff and spring stuff, so they should still have that stuff out. But aside from that, I wanted to not necessarily make this like a life discussion video, but I wanted to give you guys an update on my marriage. And I'm not home right now, but I will talk about it as soon as I get home and I can sit down, because it is so important, and it's gonna be what leads me into my marriage segment of the life discussion videos that I want to start doing. It's a big thing. It's not a bad thing, but it is something that needs to be talked about. And I think all newly married or fairly newly married couples can relate to this. And maybe, oh, I went over the tracks. Maybe even people that have been married for a long time can relate to this too. It's something that we gotta do. It's a little bit later in the day. I just got the kids down for a nap like 20 minutes ago, and Nathan is being entertained in the living room. Hoping that once I get everything done that I need to get done this afternoon, that maybe we can go outside and play for a little bit, because I know he hates being cooped up in the house. And you know, you think of summer, you think of being outdoors, playing, activities, and we've just kind of been in the house, and I know that's not fair to him. It's just hard. I've had so much work to do. I have a lot of work to do today. Like, I have my Bible study that I have to do. I didn't even start it yet. I didn't even realize it was Wednesday until 11 o'clock when I had my appointment. I'm like, oh my God, it's Wednesday. Like, where has the time gone? So, gotta do my Bible study lesson. That usually takes a good 30 minutes. I'm in the process of eating some soup for lunch because I realized I didn't really have breakfast, and coffee is not breakfast. So I'm like nibbling on my soup in between trying to clean. I was visiting with my aunt for a little bit because she watched the kids while I went for my appointment. And so like I was trying to clean, but also trying to catch up with her because she hasn't been in town in several months since like COVID and everything. And oh God, I don't know. My husband's gonna be home in 2.5 hours, and I still have to clean. I still have to do my Bible study lesson. Like, I have so much to get done. I have to call back the insurance place and find out when the deadline, like when I have to have everything submitted to like fix my insurance. Because she mentioned something on the phone when I called earlier about a deadline, but she didn't tell me a date, and I forgot to ask before we hung up, so now I have to call back. And I'm just like, oh, I'm stressed. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my marriage. Again, this is not going to be the start of the marriage segment for the life discussion videos. This is just something I wanted to talk about with you guys because I consider you a part of the family, and I like to share all aspects of my life on this channel. So, like I said, marriage has been going decently enough for us. Obviously, the first year is considered to be the hardest, and we're definitely struggling more in this first year than we were in the 3 years of us dating. So it's intense for sure. There are sometimes more downs than ups. I think our communication is our biggest struggle, which kind of led me to the decision that I made. I decided that I think we need to go to marriage counseling, not because we're like on the verge of separating or anything like that, but just because I feel like we need a third party, like a unbiased third party person to talk with us so we can have some insight from someone on the outside, not just from each other. I've heard a lot of good things about marriage counseling. Some people say it actually made their marriage worse, but a lot of people have said counseling made their marriage stronger. And for us, our biggest issue is our communication. We don't ever seem to quite be on the same page, and we both are very different thinkers. We've always been that way. Even when we were just friends, we would just have chats about stuff, and we would have completely opposite views. And when you're married, like, it's okay to like disagree and not have the same opinion, but when you can't even discuss your opinions constructively and it turns into like a negative, combative thing, that's when the problem comes in. So we're gonna do marriage counseling. I've already emailed my pastor and he just got back to me about that. So I'm hoping that will help our communication and help us go into our second year of marriage strong, because our 1 year anniversary is next month. It's a little over a month away, which is super exciting. I still don't know what we're doing for anniversary. The big trip that we had originally planned, I don't think we're doing anymore, just like money-wise, but I still want to do something special, you know, to celebrate the day. But that is what I wanted to talk about, fill you guys in on, was that, you know, we're doing the counseling and hopefully it helps us. And yeah, I have a couple of videos that were already pre-recorded and edited, waiting to be uploaded. So it might be a few weeks before I start my sit-down life discussion videos, but I'm definitely doing my marriage segment first, and then after that I'm gonna do different topics and maybe even different segments if you guys like it. So I'm hoping that bringing the life discussion videos back is a good thing and a positive thing, because I enjoyed filming them and you guys seemed to like them too. I definitely got more comments and likes on those videos. So fingers crossed that me getting back into it will be a wholesome and positive thing. But that wraps it up for today's video. I just wanted to chat really quick, let you guys kind of know what's going on in my life. I love you guys so much, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.